So after years waiting for an Uncharted movie, it looks like I'm finally going to get something in that universe at least. Sully, starring Tom Hanks.
That has nothing to do with the Uncharted series.
What do you mean it has nothing to do with the series?
This is about the guy that landed the plane in the water in the Hudson.
Yeah, Sully lands planes in the water.
Yeah, but this guy's got like white hair and a mustache.
Yeah, gray white hair, mustache.
This has nothing to do with the stupid video game. This guy's an American hero.
American hero, yeah.
Whatever, I'm frickin' leaving.
Same dude, I'm telling you, same dude. Sully is the new movie directed by Clint Eastwood, starring Tom Hanks, Aaron Eckhart, some frickin' sweet mustaches, Laura Linney, Anna Gunn, and that guy that always wears hats and everything, but doesn't in this movie, so it doesn't look right. Like, I know his character shouldn't have a baseball cap, but it was just disconcerting. In case you haven't heard, this movie is about the so-called Miracle on the Hudson. A pilot named Sully had to make an emergency landing into the Hudson River in New York City. This happened in 2009, which is really weird because it seems way more recent to me than that. I was really surprised to see that in the movie. I guess spoilers, if year is a spoiler. I'm sorry I ruined the movie for you. It's no surprise here that Hanks is really the standout of the film. He delivers a really solid performance, not over the top, but a really believable and engrossing performance as Captain Sully Sullenberger. Sully's not actually his first name, it's like Chelsea or something. Let me check that. Chesley it is. It'd be weird if his name is actually Sully Sullenberger. And the rest of the cast, Aaron Eckhart, Laura Linney, and the rest, give solid performances as well. I would say the other standout would be Anna Gunn from Breaking Bad, who you don't hate in this movie. And you'd have probably more reason to hate her really than you had in Breaking Bad, but she delivers a good performance. You see where she's coming from, and it's a solid all-around performance. The movie isn't told in a straightforward manner like you'd assume, so it actually starts out at the beginning of the film after everything's already happened. So after he's landed the plane in the Hudson, and the events are told through flashbacks. So it continues forward for a while, and then about maybe halfway through or so, it gives a flashback of the events that occurred on that day. I thought it was kind of a strange choice at first, but now thinking about it, it makes perfect sense, because if you front-loaded the film and you just showed the action right at the beginning, the rest of it would drag a lot. But what he does is it's done twice over. So about halfway through and towards the end, you get like the full shot of what happened that day. And it's really engrossing. It's really nice to see it, and it all seems pretty accurate. I guess I don't know for sure how accurate it is, but it seems very accurate with what they put on the screen. That being said, there are other flashbacks that I don't think really add anything to it. There's one when Sully is a kid, or not a kid, I guess, probably in his 20s or early 30s, that I didn't really think added anything to the film. There's another one where he's like a fighter pilot that again, I don't think it really added anything. It showed his piloting skills, but beyond that, I don't really think it needed to be in there. Now, maybe this is because I have selective memory, but back when this all happened in 2009, I don't remember there being this big controversy about Sully and about whether or not he should have done what he did by landing the plane in the Hudson. I'm not sure maybe if that was just the news not covering that portion of it, and what we see in the film is all what happened more or less internally. But because of that, it kind of makes the conflict seem somewhat forced. And maybe that's wrong. Maybe that's really what happened, but it's almost like a small portion of the overall bigger picture. It kind of seemed a little forced to me. That's not, I mean, if you take that out of the movie, though, you don't really have a movie. So whether or not that happened or happened to the degree they present it in the film, it is kind of necessary for you to have a movie. It's also kind of like a really feel-good movie. There's not really any, like, douchebags. There are characters that you, at one point or another, you're like, ah, you jerk. But then they don't really stick to it. They're not twirling their mustache. They're just trying to do their job. And maybe their job sucks. And, it's just what they got to do. And so you don't really hate any of them. There you go, I guess. So again, Sully is a well-acted and well-directed movie, and I would say it's definitely worth your time to check out. It's probably a good matinee during the weekend. It's not something that I would rush out. You know, it's not like you're gonna be pumped. Oh yeah, can't wait to see Sully land a plane. It's not that movie, but it is a movie I definitely recommend. Tom Hanks, solid performance, solid all-around film. Sully is rated B. So given that Sully is directed by Clint Eastwood, what's your favorite Clint Eastwood directed film? Mine is Unforgiven. It's a really gritty and kind of realistic take on the Western genre and has a great performance by Clint Eastwood. Gene Hackman is also great in that film. If you haven't seen it, definitely check it out. So again, what's your favorite Clint Eastwood directed film? Make your mark below in the comment section. Please like, share, and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. Shade. This is a Leinenkugel. Leinenkugel. So after years and years waiting, apparently we're not going to get an Uncharted movie. At least we can get a Sully movie. So overall, I would say Sully is a solidly... So overall, I would say that's a frickin' tongue twister. So overall, I would say Sully is solidly acted. So overall... Okay, let's try it again. So overall, I would say Sully is solidly acted and directed.